Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I hope that you can hear me better this time. Let me share this real quickly. And let me go ahead and switch it over to video. Okay. Let's see. Hey, bear with me for a second. I'm just sharing this thing around. Hey, let me know if you can hear me clear. If you can hear me clear. Let's see. Boom. Boom. All right. I'm back again for take two. The first time I did this, I've had struggles with this equipment now for the last week. It's pretty much a constant thing. I think I got the problems worked out. I had a couple of different audio feeds running in last time on the video, and it was creating an echo. They were conflicting with each other. But I want to introduce myself. I'm going to delete the other video. I actually didn't delete it before I went live right here. But my name is Matthew Reardon. I'm the president, CEO of Manic Mobile. And I started this company back at the beginning of May based on a passion that I had to help small businesses in reaching their customers to bring them back in more often, to help impact the economy in a positive way, to increase loyalty in customers of a business, keeping them happy as well as the business. And I've done this thing for a while, and I got to say I am thoroughly passionate about it. I am thrilled to be doing this, and while it's taken longer than I expected to gain traction, it is gaining, and I couldn't be more thrilled about the direction everything is heading. So I put this together. Had a pretty big deal that I put together several days ago, and you know, I was really motivated and really inspired. And I know a lot of us, just about all of us, motivation and inspiration comes in some of the ways we wouldn't particularly expect. For me, my children bring me that satisfaction, that motivation to steadily push and to not call it quits when times are tough. That there's a drive that a child has in not taking no for an answer, and just a passion that they exhibit towards anything that they put their mind towards. And I think all of us could definitely take a learning lesson from that. And it's that motivating factor right there, knowing that I got them to take care of. That is a huge, huge factor for me. Another motivating factor for me, gotta say it's an unlikely, never thought, even more recently, I would be saying this. But my father climbed the corporate ladder. I had always aspired to be like that whenever I got older. To have the comfort and the security of making a solid 6 figures a year. But what I didn't realize is at the time, and really I should have, was all the time that he was gone away from us. And even then, at the end of the day, he was a slave to his job. Still is a slave to his job. Doesn't have the comfort, the flexibility, and the freedom that comes from being self-employed, from being an entrepreneur. Of course, the risk, not near as much risk being an employee. But when I started Manic Mobile, I ran into all kinds of uphill battles. Issues that I didn't foresee. I don't think any of us ever truly know the amount of issues that we're going to run into when we take on a venture such as that. Not enough money, not enough, don't realize the problems, the bugs, the time. Time is our biggest asset. We can always make more money, can't make more time. And I have been in a rock bottom state several times throughout my life where I didn't think I could sink any lower. And I have used that opportunity every time to slingshot my way directly to the top, further than I had been before. And so, as I was taking this big risk for myself, I said, this go around, I'm done enriching other people at the expense of my happiness and at the expense of my time and my family. So I was miserable. Even working for friends that, at the end of the day, I felt like I was the most underappreciated asset that brought so much to the table. So I said, this go around, I was going to do it for my kids, for my wife, for my family. And I was going to do it for me. And it sticks in my mind that he told me. Say we don't talk much. And he told me that I needed to find a real job. That I'd failed in the past and that undoubtedly this was going to be another failure. And, it hurt. It really hurt because something that I had literally committed all of my assets to. I mean, it was sink or swim. It is sink or swim. Just because of all the time and the effort and the resources put in. I put it all on the line for my kids, for my family. And I got to tell you, there's no bigger motivating factor than that, to be told that you can't succeed going a certain direction that you truly feel passionate about, that you've truly put it all on the line for the people that matter most to you. And so it was that right there that really dialed me in and said, you know what, there's absolutely no way I can turn back. I knew there was no way I could turn back before, but boy, there was no way I could turn back now. All right, I put together this really motivational and inspirational video, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope it can motivate and inspire, even if it's just one person. Maybe that person's you. I hope you enjoy this. After this, I got a really motivational clip with Denzel Washington. I'll be back.
When times get tough,
Are you willing to put it all on the line? I am. And we'll be live in an hour. As you know, time, you should know time is everybody's most valuable asset. It's the one thing we can't get any more of. You can always make more money. Can't get more time. Be humble. But know your worth. Starting Manic Mobile has been a very humbling experience for me. Just before 9:30, I got a big deal coming in. Okay, never stop grinding. That's what I call a day maker, a week maker, a month maker. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a year maker as well. Whenever you see an opportunity and it's in your line of work, capitalize on it. Jump on it immediately. Don't wait for that person to call you. Pick up the phone and call that person, especially if they throw their number out and they need some help with what. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are the types of people that you're surrounding yourself with? I believe if you want to get to that next stage, you need to network up. Okay? Network up. But help somebody. Because if you didn't have people that were above on that next plateau, that were helping people, aspiring to become them, or to get to that next level, then those people themselves, you wouldn't get to the level you're at. I tell you, that was it was a bittersweet time after I put that together, and that's just the first of many to come. And I hope that my number one goal is to help make an impact, both with the people that I work with, the businesses that I work with, as well as the people that that I can give any kind of advice to. One piece of advice I can definitely offer forward right now: don't ever get to a point where you can't take advice, even the smallest bit. You never know. That one little thing could make the difference and change the dynamics of everything. I'm going to switch it over to this awesome video with Denzel Washington. I believe it's about 11 minutes long, and this was a game changer for me when I saw it. I said everybody's got to see this as well. Okay? So I hope you enjoy.
You've invested a lot in your education, and people have invested in you. And let me tell you, the world needs your talents. Man, does it ever. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people, because remember this. So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. Because remember this, you will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. I'll say it again. You will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You can't take it with you. The Egyptians tried it. and all they got was robbed. So the question is, what are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors, some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money, some of you have patience, some of you have kindness, some of you have love, some of you have the gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, what are you going to do with what you have? Fail big. That's right. Fail big. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. I try to give myself a goal every day. Sometimes it's just to not curse somebody out. Simple goals, but have goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline, which you have already done, and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday and miss a few days. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do. And in this text, tweet, twerk world that you've grown up in, remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Remember that. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. My mother told me, she said, yeah, because you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere. So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. I got 3 reasons, and then you can pick up your iPhones. First, you will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable. And I should know. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. Someone talked about it. Won the Tony Award. And I didn't have to sing, by the way. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, and I'll pick up the pace, the point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? Here's my second point about failure. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? Not only take risks, but to be open to life, to accept new views, and to be open to new opinions, to be willing to speak at a commencement at one of the best universities in the country, even though you're scared stiff. While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, and remember this, fall forward. Say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. That's how I live my life. That's why I am, one of the reasons why I am today. Say thank you in advance for what is already yours. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. I'll say it again. True desire in the heart, that itch that you have, whatever it is you want to do, that thing that you want to do to help others and to grow and to make money, that desire, that itch, that's God's proof to you, sent beforehand already to indicate that it's yours. And anything you want good, you can have. So claim it. Work hard to get it. When you get it, reach back. Pull someone else up. Each one, teach one. Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference.
Very good story there. I think we can all definitely take from that. That was, it's got hairs raised all up and down my back right now, my neck. What a great message. I think we can all take away from that. I think that's actually a message that I think all of us should hear on a Sunday night, or first thing Monday morning. I brought it to you here at the end of the week, but there's never a bad time to hear a message like that. I hope you took something away from this live stream today. Haven't seen too many people jump on here. There's a lot more on the first one that was a failure. But as Denzel Washington said, you cannot succeed 100% of the time without failing a time or two along the way. Keep your vision in front. Steadily progress forward. Keep a positive mindset. Rid yourself from as much negativity as possible. Find whatever is that motivating factor for you, that inspiration. For some of its videos, for some of its books. I'm personally a fan of the videos. Find that person that you can look to. Network up. But help somebody along the way. Because if it weren't for those people that helped others, then it would sure be a challenge for others to get to that next stage themselves. Everybody needs a mentor. Find that person. Think positive. Don't give up. Best message I could ever give anybody. When times are tough, never give up. Use that as fuel to go knock one more door, to go talk to one more person, to go shake one more hand. Because you never know what opportunities that'll lead to. Right around 30 minutes right now. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Once again, my name is Matthew Reardon. I'm the President CEO of Manic Mobile. Please go back and share this live stream so that it can hopefully touch as many people as possible and help change the attitudes of as many around the country. Thank you.